One is that it is disappointing that the government took up a delegation of very many senior government officials to Washington for the spring meetings on a matter that they already had an answer here in Kenya. The government has been doing something called securitization. And even the choice of the name itself was meant to confuse Kenyans. The name securitization by itself was coined so that even before Kenyans interrogate what it is, the name itself is a sentence. Unfortunately, maybe it did its work up to the extent it did. And we've been consistent in saying that securitization is illegal, and any proceed of borrowing from securitization in any case should form part of the national debt or public debt. But unfortunately, those in government chose to chest thump and to talk big kizungu on matters that do not require kizungu mingi. Those are matters that only required common sense. So Kenyans have been absolved, because even after the government officials went to Washington, D.C., the IMF and the World Bank have sided with Kenyans that securitization is illegal, and even if there is any borrowing in that name, it should form part of the national debt and public debt. So out of the close to 350 billion Kenya shillings that have been borrowed in the name of securitization, it has been put bare that all those proceeds are proceeds of illegalities. And you are waiting for the people in the National Treasury. Immediately you are back from Washington, we should see most of you taking responsibility of misleading Kenyans and putting Kenyans into a slippery path of illegal borrowing of the book. And that is the reason why you see now Kenyans and the National Treasury are now purporting to borrow money more domestically than from outside. Because the international leaders are asking government tough questions about securitization and about other illegal debts. But because they think they can hoodwink Kenyans, that is why they are now leaning into borrowing more domestically than from foreign sources. Unfortunately, you can't do all those gimmicks for long. It is now time that the government stops these illegal borrowings in the name of securitization. As we have been saying it clearly, the IMF and the World Bank have also told Kenyans, officials who are currently attending spring meetings, that what they have been doing are acts of illegalities. And any borrowing must be part of the public debt. You also heard me call the new fad the National Illegal Borrowing Fad. That is also the verdict that was given by IMF and World Bank. Now those gimmicks and semantics about National Illegal Borrowing Fad, securitization, you can only lie to yourself using big English names. Out here, there are no people to hoodwink and lie to. Those illegal borrowings must stop forthwith. And those people who've been putting Kenya into that kind of slippery path, it is now time for them to take responsibility.